All right, welcome back to The Hill on NewsNation. Mick Mulvaney just told us something fascinating, by the way. We're going to get to it in a couple seconds. But until then, there are 2 days left. That's how long Congress has before the government potentially shuts down. Lots of drama up on Capitol Hill about how to keep things running until then and get a deal. Joining us now is Mychael Schnell, congressional reporter for The Hill, with the very latest. Mychael, good to have you back here on The Hill. So you've been up there in the halls of the Capitol all day. What are you hearing? What's the latest?
Yeah, Blake, look, right now the odds of a shutdown are much higher of happening than not. I spoke to one Republican congressman yesterday who said unless there's a miracle that happens today or tomorrow, the government is very likely to shut down when that deadline hits at the end of the day on Saturday. And look, the state of play right now is the Senate earlier today advanced a stopgap bill to try and avert a shutdown by that Saturday deadline. The problem is, though, is that yesterday Speaker Kevin McCarthy told members of his conference that he will not bring that bill to the floor for a vote, despite it being bipartisan in the Senate. That is what lawmakers emerging from a closed-door meeting had said. So that brings us now to the point where there is not a clear path forward in terms of how to keep the government funded on Saturday night. And just adding to the pressure on Speaker Kevin McCarthy and Republican leaders is that today the House Freedom Caucus, members of that conservative group, came out with a letter saying that that no member should be expected to support a stopgap bill unless Speaker McCarthy and leadership gives their plan to fund the government to pass the government's full-year spending bill. So there's a lot of uncertainty right now, a lot of demands being made, but that shutdown deadline is approaching.
Yep. You mentioned Kevin McCarthy and the pressure that's on him. What can you tell us about what happened behind closed doors with the House Speaker and Matt Gaetz, Congressman from Florida?
Yeah, look, there was a closed-door meeting of House Republicans earlier this morning, and there was some reporting that there was that testy exchange between Gaetz and McCarthy, who are known to be enemies. They've sparred in the past. I reached out to a Republican lawmaker, and I said, was this exchange in the closed-door meeting testy? That lawmaker responded with one word, saying very. It was very testy inside. Essentially, what happened was Matt Gaetz had accused Kevin McCarthy of being behind a paid campaign against the Florida Republican. Kevin McCarthy went back and said he denied being involved, and he said, according to a House Republican, essentially said, I'm not worried about you, Matt. After the meeting, Mr. Gaetz told my colleague at The Hill that he essentially suggested that he didn't believe McCarthy's denial, saying that you wouldn't believe it the way he said it and your readers wouldn't believe it either. And look, this is not the first time, as I mentioned, that we've seen McCarthy and Gaetz sparring, but it comes as Gaetz is heightening his threats to potentially force a vote on ousting McCarthy as Speaker. And again, this all comes on the backdrop of that government funding deadline fast approaching. So a lot of tension right now in the Capitol, sparks flying between the two Republicans. And again, all eyes on that Saturday night deadline.
All right, Mychael Schnell from The Hill.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.